Okay. All right. Hello, everybody. How's everything? If you're looking at my shirt there, that's the Las Vegas Hilton Superbook, which of course doesn't exist anymore. It's now the Westgate. The Las Vegas Hilton is no longer part of our life here, although it's a very important part for me. That's where Audrey and I were married at the Las Vegas Hilton. So, thanks for joining today. I have two wonderful people sitting in the back room here getting ready to come on. Actually, one of them is in his Tesla driving through New York, and the other one is in Colorado waiting to is messing with his computers and looking around here. So we're going to get started here. Today is, we are, kind of sizzling in the heat is what's happening. I think everyone all over the whole country is sizzling in the heat. Here in Las Vegas, we have, we're used to this. This is normal in Las Vegas. I know that for a lot of people, hitting 100 degrees is not normal, but here it's pretty normal, and so we are pretty ready to go. We have lots and lots of air conditioned spaces, and we understand how to live in 110 degrees every day. This is my 50th year in Las Vegas. So I've done it quite a few times, and I'm glad. So I want to say thanks to all the people in the chat here. Barkley is in there. Jackrabbit, of course, was one of the first people in, and then Brian at Waypoints, New England. Thanks for jumping in. Ben Grayling is here. So I know that we're getting a few people joining us right now. Joe America just jumped in here, and so we're going to get ready here to roll here. So today, first, if I'm going to introduce Jeff Noreman. Jeff has been a moderator now for a few months of the Old Farts with Drones, and he's a superb photographer and a superb pilot, and we're going to say hello here. Let's bring in Jeff. Give me just a moment here. Hi, Jeff.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good morning if you're in those places, and good evening if you're in other places.
Yes, all great. We are,
You have a double quarter with a medium diet?
Jeff is ordering food.
Listen, you said it's so hot, I had to get myself some Diet Coke.
No problem. And next, we're going to bring in, this is kind of a surprise. I didn't believe he was going to make it, but I'm really thrilled to add to our show today, Vic Moss. Hi, Vic.
Good afternoon. Good. How are y'all? Jeff, did you order enough for everybody?
Yeah.
Hey, Nick, good to see you, man.
we need some of that Diet Coke here, you know. All right.
Just been all the talking and hearing about the heat, I had to get something good.
Good. Yeah. So, Vic, let's start off. Let's talk about what's happening here with our community, our drones, our Congress, where should we be thinking? What should we be doing?
Sitting and waiting. Sitting and waiting.
Very tough.
There's so much going on right now that nothing's going on. I know that sounds kind of weird, but we're literally in a holding pattern right now. We're waiting to see what Senate has in the NDAA. We're trying to find out if it's got the the countering CCP language in. It's got Stefanik's language in there. She
Yeah.
did get it put in the House version of the National Defense Authorization Act. We're waiting to see if it's in the Senate version. We've seen a summary, an actual official Senate summary. It was not included in the summary.
Okay.
But I don't want people to get too excited about that because the ASDA, so the American Security Drone Act, was not included in last year's summary, and it obviously it was part of it.
Right.
But it's a good sign. Obviously, if it comes out saying it's included, that's a bad sign. So
Yeah.
the corollary of that is it's a good sign. We've got North Dakota Senator Tester. Can't remember his first name. Sorry. He is looking to put the NDAA. I'm sorry, the Countering CCP Drones Act language,
2864,
whatever
yeah.
it's called.
Yes.
Too many acronyms. And he wants to introduce that in the Senate. He says we're going to do it last Thursday. As of yet, it hasn't happened.
Okay.
I'm going to take that as a good sign because I was talking with somebody. I don't have his permission to share his name, but he's a retailer that works with a lot of law enforcement in North Dakota. And he reached out to them and they said, okay, we're going to reach out and see what we can do about this. So I'm hoping that's what that is. The Senate is pretty much in recess this week. I think, and actually until after the 4th.
Yeah.
I'd have to double check.
Yeah, till the 4th.
So we're not going to probably see anything. We've had a couple of different senators put out their own summary about what the NDAA says. Excuse me a minute.
No problem.
Oops, I didn't even mute it. I hit mute and then turned my. Okay, anyway.
No problem.
We haven't seen any summary of either what the official summary or it's one of the congressional owned summaries, like what's his name did in Florida. He goes, "Oh, look what I did for the state." That wasn't part of that. But we did see though, which I'm very glad to see that in the Senate version that was put out, it wasn't Rubio, it was the other one, Scott. He said that he made sure that the garlic that's grown in China is not allowed to be sold in Asian army bases. So I'm glad that was in there. That's very, very important for everybody.
Oh, really?
So I'm glad to see that Congress is really putting
their
putting
job.
the screws to the hard questions. So
yes,
really
this is why we elected them. Yes.
So no more Asian garlic in any DoD facility. Sorry, guys. No more Chinese garlic. Sorry. I had to read that 3 or 4 times. Like, no. This is a joke, right?
Yeah.
Now,
we
to
definitely.
to his credit, it also says that it sometimes is grown in human excrement. It's like, have you ever been to Asia? It pretty much everything is. So
Yes.
Anyway, sorry. Your people probably didn't need to know that.
No, but that's okay. I mean,
if you go to
we're
Asia,
old farts and we like to laugh. Okay.
Spent way too many months in India to know any different.
Yes.
But that's where we're at. We're in a holding pattern. Keep checking back with the DAA, Drone Advocacy Alliance, which I see scrolling across the bottom. Thank you very, very much for that.
Yep.
And as soon as we hear anything, we'll shout it from the rooftops. What I'm probably going to do, because I am working this week, I actually do have a real job, is if I hear anything, I'll make a real quick, 15, 20-second video on the phone, 30-second, post it up to different forums, say, hey, this is what's going on, check back later, that kind of thing. So I want people to make sure they're up to date as much as possible.
So while Jeff's eating, I'm going to ask you.
I'm drinking.
Jeff is
iced coffee. I will say that. Early call this.
You're okay.
There he is.
You okay, Jeff? All right. We'll come back to you. Anyway, what do you believe is the right thing that we should be doing as drone operators, as either hobbyists or small business people, which I think probably we're in my audience of old farts, I think we're probably 50-50 of pure hobbyists and hobbyists that are also, like myself, occasionally getting a drone job and doing work. I've got to say, I do believe our percentage of 107 holders is close to around 50% here. So it's what should we be doing to ensure that we've got a job, in
or
6
can
months
play with
from
our
now?
drones. Just keep reaching out to your elected officials, whether it's the Senate, especially right now, because they are working with the DAA. I'm sorry, with the NDAA, National Defense Authorization Act. And then if Tester's thing goes through, then they're actually the CCCPDA will be introduced with some defense or drones for first responders language in there. It's kind of strange the way Tester wrote this up. So. But the fact that he did that, let's go back to the NDA a minute. It's an NDAA.
Sure.
I'm gonna the VIX good news, and I'm VIX Oracle of good news, right? Because I'm guessing, I'm totally guessing right now. But it's a fairly educated guess. I think it's safe to say.
Yes.
I don't think this is Vic. This is no inside information. This is nothing. I want to make sure everybody
It's
understands that,
purely
because
an
I hate to see
opinion,
people
folks.
go, "Well, Vic said." We don't have the CCCPDA language in the Senate NDAA. I believe that for a few reasons. One, I have no doubt Tester has seen the language. I have no
Yeah.
doubt he's seen the final language, so he wants to put it in as a separate bill. Two,
Yes.
we haven't seen any summaries that include it. And three, the biggest thing, I think, again, this is Vic, we have not seen Stefanik tweet it. We have not seen any word from Stefanik that says, "Hey, yay, they got my language in the
Yes.
Senate," because you know darn well she knows whether it's there or not.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows everything going on. It's it's not like the Senate does hide from the House sometimes, but
Right.
it's not like they're not talking to each other. So those are my guesses. 100% guess. I think it's a semi-educated guess. Hopefully those words won't come back to bite me.
Yes.
But if they do, they do. We're not perfect.
Good. I got a letter today from Catherine Cortez Masto, our senator from Nevada. And I believe she probably got me confused, or somebody in her office just decided to send this letter out to everybody that's contacted their office.
Okay,
but it was purely about TikTok. I got this entire letter about TikTok. And, I was like, and I wrote her back and I said, I appreciate the letter, but I mean, this is not the subject that I want to talk about. I want to encourage you not to, pass any kind of drone act as part of the NDAA is what I wrote her back, kind of thing. And, so hopefully we will see that. We actually have an opportunity here on Friday, my wife and I, to meet face to face with our vice president. Kamala Harris will be here in Las Vegas, and we are on the VIP photo line. So I'm bringing her an Old Farts with Drone hat.
I would pay money to see her with that.
Oh yes. Well, hopefully I'm going to get to see that. We're looking forward to that. So what else should we be doing? Anything else?
Yeah, just keep going. Go to the DAA site every once in a while and just say, "Hey, just wanted to reach back out again." It's not a one and done thing when you send an email in from the Take Action page, which I keep saying that, and I've only done it once. So it's like I'm talking to myself as much as I'm talking to anybody else here. Yeah, you make sure that you're just every once in a while. Don't hammer them. Send something out every week, because then you'll be you'll be on that list, and we don't want to be on that list.
No. I've encouraged people not to just send the form letter.
Oh, yes.
Please write a paragraph about how taking away DJI drones will affect your life personally. And at least put that paragraph in the front of any prepared statements here, kind of thing. I strongly encourage you, because those kind of personal stories are going to get recognized more so than, somebody sent the form letter. The form letter. The form letter. When they pull it up and they see that it's not exactly the form letter, then they may stop and read it. And,
they won't, but their interns will.
You're right. the the people tasked with reading their email and filtering their phone calls, and those are the things that are going to make a difference. They're going to get some reaction there.
Right. And don't let the fact that you will get a form letter back, and it may not even be the right form letter, as you found out.
Yes, I got.
I've been sent some very interesting form letters that have been
Yes.
sent back. But just because you send something in and they send back a form letter, you've been marked down as not necessarily you specifically, but you say, okay, we got another email about X, and
Yes, right.
And so once X gets to a certain number, I don't know what that number is, and even if this is true, but it'll rise above the other X's out there that people are getting emails about. So if you don't be discouraged if you get the same stupid letter back or the wrong letter back, because that just means an intern probably pushed the wrong button.
Exactly.
So don't be discouraged. Numbers count big time.
Well, good. So I want to say hi to a few more people that have joined us. Bud Bieber in Oswego, Illinois. Bud, we're glad to have you sitting here. I'm hoping we're going to be entertaining enough here. We will really want to, encourage everyone to keep this up and everything. So let me bring in Jeff again.
Yeah, that before he's like the main guest. I'm surprised.
I know. Yes.
I do want to say one quick thing though. If you're on Twitter, if you're not, get on Twitter. X, sorry. DJI did put out, so at DJI Global is their hashtag. No, it's not a hashtag. I'm dating myself. Anyway, whatever it is, on X, Wayne Baker put out a great quick little video on how to explain the local data mode and security modes and things like that with your DJI gear. So Ken Dono, I follow him, and he posted on it. His entire tweet was "Chief!" Exclamation point, and then link to Wayne Baker's video about that. So that's a good one to keep track of, and a good one that educate yourself again. And you could also say, well, if somebody says, well, you know what, look what they do, and you just send them Wayne's DJI.
Exactly. In fact, I have an article pulled up here where somebody is promoting here that your DJI camera is taking pictures of your face and sending it to China. This is, it is so. It was somebody posted it from Reddit, but it is absolutely incorrect.
Yep.
Kind of thing.
Someone lied on the internet. Shocker.
No.
Oh my God.
I'm not on Reddit. My daughter said, "Please, Dad, don't go on Reddit. You won't like it."
So
People
Jeff,
have no idea at all.
What is going on with you, Jeff? Let's see if you got a few minutes here while you're driving.
Besides photography, videos, and websites on that side, I also do IT work, so I can talk about this from both ends. Any organization, the level of the NSA, can break into any computer they want in the world because it's on the internet. So DJI is no more susceptible to this than anyone else. So DJI itself is not sending information to the Chinese government because they have everything they need. We know this. The people that think the cameras are sending your face, the same silly people that put tape over their laptop cameras. The light comes on. It's just, I'm looking at it right now. There's a little green light there.
Yes.
It's not that someone's going to sneak into your house. Let's be realistic. I walked into an airport traveling to Africa in 2017. And as I walked down the end of a long corridor, it said, "You've been taped." I just came back from a trip from Europe. And my passport, all I do is put it down, show my face to a computer, and it'll let me in like a turnstile in the New York City subways.
Yes.
You
With
can't.
global entry. We have had global entry now for about 10 years. It's the most economical way to do this. Okay.
But what people who have an agenda want to do is say, "See, this is what it's being used for." Personal data and biometric data has been used and collected for a long time. You can't stop it. If you go off the grid, what you've done up until that point will still be there. But DJI is not in any way a villain any more than any company is. They're fine, and these politicians trying to use this simply to get reelected, and it's silly. It's silly
agree.
because it's untrue. If someone misunderstands something and they actually just haven't been explained to it, it's fine. But when people distort facts just to promote something and to get people riled up, it's wrong. It's just wrong, and that's what we have to say. We have to just
I agree. I agree. So I want to bring up a little video that you just posted here a couple days ago here,
Yes.
16 hours ago, actually yesterday.
Mhm.
This is Fenway Park in Boston.
It is
And
yes, the
and
Fenway Park
we
and
need
the
to
Kenmore
hear
area.
we need to hear how you legally did this.
Okay. Well, you're assuming I
Okay.
did it legally, and I did.
Good.
Lance, LAANC, is the automated system that either tells you, yes, you're cleared in this area for 100 feet, or you want 250, give us a little while to coordinate things. And I was supposed to meet some of the people who are watching this video, some of the New Englanders there that day, but one got sick, another one, it was Father's Day, they couldn't make it. But in advance, we asked permission to fly in this area. 100 feet would barely have cleared that stadium. And, you want to get some top down. So I got legal permission. I also flew at sunrise on Father's Day, which was about 5:05 a.m. I believe, in Boston, because I don't want to scare anyone. The bottom line is you have to treat people like you want to be treated. And yes, I want to get good shots, and I do want to have stock footage. And it makes you feel good to capture these images. But I didn't want to scare anyone, so I did it nice and early. And also the light is much better, as you know, as we get close to sunset or after sunrise or before sunrise. So that is why I chose to shoot with it. And yes, it was legal. Boy, I would have been embarrassed with Vic here if I did something illegal.
Hey, you want to know a little secret? I flew sunrise this morning too, and after we landed, my BO and I are sitting there going, "Oh crap, we forgot to put a strobe on." So I'm going to be filling out an ASRS report a little bit later today.
Yes.
You are so good. See, strobes are only bad for your video if you're really close to something. And not put the damn strobe on. You have it anyway.
Yeah, and I was shooting stills. There's no excuse. But I've flown within, I want to say, 18 inches of a big old monument. I was doing something for a video, and I had to fly close, and so it was a number of different takes. But I had the strobe on because it was night, and
well, then if you're close, then you're probably right to not have it on for the sake of your.
No, it didn't do anything. It didn't do anything at all. And I was worried about it. So we're looking at the footage. We're slowing the footage down. We're making sure that it's not hurting it. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. There wasn't a single bright frame anywhere. So
excellent.
So, I mean, if you're interested and you're watching this, that, about getting permission to fly, obviously, if you haven't already learned about what Lance approval is, LAANC, then I suggest you educate yourself. I think you also will need to learn the DJI Fly Zone, the DJI Fly Safe database, and learn how to get approved there in addition to receiving a Lance approval. So that you can actually, now I know, Vic, you've actually flown at the Bellagio fountains.
Yeah.
And, what I mean? And for most all of you, especially those that are coming here for the Las Vegas drone meetup, that is not legal unless you have lots and lots of prior approvals to be put in place. I almost can guarantee you that if you don't have prior approvals in place, there will be a Metro Police Department next to you in a relatively short time. At our recent F1 race here in Las Vegas, somebody decided that they were going to put their drone up that was not authorized, and it was like 48 seconds from the time they lifted off to the time that there was a police officer standing next to this person. So, I mean, we are very, very conscious of this situation here in Las Vegas.
We were perfectly legal. Actually, I was flying over people. I was flying over everything because it was all legal. Like I'm gonna be like Jeff. It was legal, and because I had my waiver and everything, and I called the Bellagio, and they weren't happy about it, but they couldn't do anything about it. And we actually, within 30 seconds after we took off, we had Metro cops there.
Yeah.
They had parked like a half a block down watching us. They knew we were there. They knew we were legal. And I don't know if they were just watching us because they wanted to or what, or if they were watching us to make sure nothing happened. But yeah, so they're Johnny on the spot. Las Vegas, especially the Strip area, is the second most monitored airspace in the country behind Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Yeah, it is extremely monitored here, but we certainly have, if you can navigate all of the requirements and move forward, and that includes permits, it includes, alerting the police department, the fire department, we have a system here in Las Vegas that you can alert all of the agencies, kind of thing. Of course, having your Lance approval, and you probably will get the phone number of the tower in Las Vegas to communicate with the actual air traffic controllers in Las Vegas if you go through all of the correct steps here.
Yeah, I had to talk to Fusion Watch. That's all I had to do.
Yeah.
I didn't talk to the tower, but yeah. Jeff, do you live in Boston?
I do not. I live on Long Island.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Okay, because I'm going to be in Boston in October. My son and daughter-in-law live there. So
I have family and friends there, so I might be as well.
Uh-huh.
So,
yeah,
the whole call the tower thing is something that is frowned upon nowadays. At various times it was good and important, but now things can be held, taken care of in an automated fashion. And I don't think anyone really wants to hurt anyone. So, whatever you need to do to make sure people are comfortable and safe, I think most people want to do. I don't think many people want to put themselves in a situation where other lives are at risk.
No, and or the situation where you're going to be in handcuffs and sitting in a holding cell, in 20 minutes after you start, because that could realistically happen here, kind of thing.
Stainless
None of
steel
us.
bracelets.
Yes.
That's you're right. The people that you mentioned DJI, and I have both DJI and Autel drones. I believe that some systems pick up DJI drones much better. Mm-hmm. And I believe DJI, in their trying to come into the American drone market, especially government, did hey, look how good we are. We're going to make sure that people can't even take off our drones unless they have the proper approval. Right. I think that backfired on them. And now it's like, what do you mean you're monitoring us? And in fact, I've told people many times, DJI drones are the only product on the face of this earth that after you pay for it, you still have to ask permission from the manufacturer to use it. You don't need that for guns. You don't need that for flamethrowers. You don't need that for cars, but you do need it for DJI drones. And I think it was a decent strategy, but I don't think it worked out the way they wanted it to.
No, yeah. They were just trying to show, hey, look, let's be safe, and then it backfired.
Exactly, and I think that's also the reason why they just recently stopped allowing you to upload your flight records to their servers, which creates for me a very inconvenient, situation where I cannot. Before I could just come home after flying my drone and go immediately to Air Data and look at my flight and look at that flight record and see, I saw an error message flash by me really quick, but I couldn't read it. And now I can sit at home after that flight and read that in detail. And so I understood what was going on while I was flying the drone. And, that convenience is no longer there. Now I have to download it from the controller, and then I have to upload it back up to Air Data, and then I have to, kind of thing. So certainly less convenient, but I understand that, they're showing that, we're not collecting any data from anybody.
And now you have to do the hokey pokey.
Yes. Yeah.
Go
And
one
I'll
foot
do
in
the
and 1
hokey
foot out.
pokey. So I got another one of Jeff's videos pulled up for a minute here. It's a short one, but I have to tell you, for today, what's the temperature where you are, Jeff?
It is 93 currently. It was up to 96. It's cooled off a little at 3:31 p.m.
Okay, and you, Vic?
It hit 100 yesterday, which for Denver is unheard of. First time in 2 years.
Wow.
But it's 81, 82. It's very pleasant out today. I'll probably go out and work on the back porch today.
Oh, good. Good.
Sucked rocks
Good,
yesterday.
good. Well, listen.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
Let's take a look at this one here. How does that make you feel? Does that help everybody there?
I'm getting goosebumps just watching it because it's
really, I mean, this is so beautiful. Tell us where this is, Jeff.
On the north shore of Long Island, about halfway out of the physical island, is a town called Port Jefferson, and it's high on a hill. There's a ferry that goes to Connecticut from Port Jeff Harbor, but there's a golf course up there. And this is one of my just Zen videos. Just listen to the music, totally open area, and it was very peaceful. We got very good sunset that day. Also, that's facing west. And it's just a beautiful area. And I think obviously you do different types of videos if you're being creative, either for yourself or your client. And this is one of those, like, just chill out, literally and figuratively, and enjoy the scenery. And this music you could play, by the way. The other one, Sweet Caroline, you could actually play it, I think, no matter what. You can use it for 6 seconds. Any kind of warning for just under fair use, you're fine. That
is really discerning what's fair use, what's legal to use, what's not legal to use, what's going to take your drone down, what's going to get you a copyright strike. I mean, that is a whole, we could spend more than an hour on just that topic.
Well, I will give you one hint. Never try to post anything original by the Eagles. I love them, but man, I mean, forget it. But I think there's a Hispanic band did a version of Hotel California. That was cool. YouTube did not say you're all out, but Facebook and YouTube really respect the wishes of the Eagles, and I think most of the other bands and performers have it right. The more you hear my stuff, the more people are going to want to attend my concerts, buy my merch, stream my music. So I think it's kind of counterproductive, but no one ever said Don Henley was an easy to get along with guy, ever.
No, I actually have met most of those guys. I've actually met Joe Walsh on 3 occasions now in my life, where I've actually had words with him for 3 different times, kind of thing. And he is a strange character. That's all I want to say. He's a fabulous guitar player, but a strange character there. Yes. Like I said, we have. We like I say, I've had multiple opportunities to have a little bit of a conversation with him. So I want to bring this up. We were talking about this earlier today. Let me see if I can zoom that up. Annie, not sure I can. It's going the other way, isn't it? Yeah, no, it's.
Who is our drones?
Well,
that's
that's a
okay.
Reddit group.
That's Reddit. Got it. Okay.
Yes. Says U.S. Congress members warn that DJI drones register facial recognition data even when the system is off and upload information to cloud storage. What the hell does that mean?
It's a lie, so it doesn't mean anything. It means that
means the
person
same
is
thing
here.
as the sky is green. I mean,
Right. It means that person wants to spread something that makes them feel important or powerful.
there was.
Or they're on a lot of alcohol or illegal drugs, one or the other.
There was a guy who testified. I'm trying to find it because I did clip it. Was it this one? No. What was his name? He testified before Congress, and he also said that yes, they do use facial recognition. They can feel your heartbeat, or they can check your heartbeat.
Yes, I heard that story once.
Oh, there it is, right there. Oh, that's like an hour-long video. I'm not going to start that. I called him out on Facebook. I actually called him out on Twitter or on LinkedIn. Sorry, I can't get my social media straight. And I just saw it go by a second ago. I renamed it Lies, I think.
Okay, bring it up if you can.
Shoot, where is it? GPS. There it is. There it is. Hearing. Booger snuts.
No, I really would. The reason I brought that up is I want people to understand that there is a ton of false information.
There it is. I did find it, but I don't know if you can play it or not. But yeah, I don't know how to play on Steam. Where are we? What are we using? Steam something Steam.
StreamYard.
StreamYard. There it is.
The present button at the bottom of your window.
Okay, present.
And then you present that, and then I can move
Video
it into the show.
Movie, and I called it Lying Before Senate Subcommittee. Ooh, I like the way I named that one. Lying Before Senate Subcommittee.
Okay, it's coming up here.
Okay, and hopefully you can hear it. There it is.
How about CCP-controlled drone companies? Do you believe it's a good or a bad idea that these drones?
Here comes the big lie.
United States are linked to Communist China.
Mr. Singleton.
Sorry, absolutely. DJI sits at the heart of China's military-civil fusion strategy, which breaks down barriers between the civilian and military institutions to mobilize the former in service of the latter. So DJI drones collect vast amounts of sensitive data, everything from high-resolution images of critical infrastructure to facial recognition technology and remote sensors that can measure even an individual's heart rate.
No.
Yeah, so I don't know who Mr. Singleton is. We tried to find information about him when he posted this. This was during subcommittee or House subcommittee. I can't remember. And it's just like, really? They don't use facial recognition hardware. That exists on drones. But what he's doing is he got all that information from a gentleman by the name of something Carr. He was the FCC chairman under the previous administration, and he wrote this stuff down. So it's an official government language that this stuff happens, but it doesn't. It doesn't. And they're not Chinese military whatever complex, whatever the heck he called it. They're not at all. So, but no, and they don't read your heartbeat, because you know what? And Greg Roberto and I were joking about this. It was awesome. He said, you know what? If they did, I could turn it around and save a trip to the doctor.
Yes. Really?
One less thing I have to worry about. Oh, let's see. I don't feel good. I have a heart attack. Put the drone up. I'm fine. It's just angina. So, it's nonsensical. So yeah. So that's that. I don't know how you kill it or not, but Mr. Singleton does not know what he's talking about.
Whenever you look at a politician, you have to realize they must. There are a bunch of them that really do want to serve the public.
Mm-hmm.
But I think pretty much every one of them wants to stay in power, and they do that by attending as many events as possible where they either get people to hear them or they get people to donate to them. And when they vote on something, it's either because someone did something really stupid and they had to waste their time from their fundraising campaign to come in and vote on a law, or they're grandstanding for one of the first two things. So they'd rather go out there and not do this. And here's an example of someone taking something that was an official government document, but it was written with a purpose rather than actually looking at facts. And it's a shame. It'd be, if we'd all be more honest with each other. But people get power by lying. I mean, there was in Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union had tasks, and it's just easy to manipulate people by putting out lies, and that's why they do it.
Yep. And actually, what's worse is Mr. Singleton is not a politician; he's a bureaucrat. So that's even worse. Wow. That's even worse. What's the old saying? A lie can get halfway around the world before the truth gets its shoes on.
Yeah, exactly. But he is flat out telling untruths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And that was a lie, because there's a difference between untruth. There's a difference between a mistake and a lie. A lie is intentional, and I have no doubt that was intentional.
I agree.
I don't believe there's much things that are really called fake news. I think there are lies and there are mistakes. And you need to use those words, because in any way to diminish what something is, tell me what it is. Did I make a mistake? Oops, I'm sorry, hopefully. Right. Yep. Or I'm just lying because, damn, it helps me in some way.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm going to drop in the chat here, I'm going to drop the link to StreamYard if anybody else wants to join us here. But we're just going to have a conversation for another 15, 20 minutes here. And I'd love to hear your opinion. I'd love to hear what's going on with you. So if you've got an opportunity to jump in here, I appreciate it there. So I do, Vic, we had a conversation yesterday with some DJI people. And we are, moving forward with the Vegas drone meetup.
I got my tickets.
Yes. Yep. And I maybe I should use the opportunity here to encourage people to start getting signed up. It's important to not only just plain sign up, but it's important to get your hotel room situated. We have a limited number of hotel rooms at the guest hotel. And yes, it costs more than it did in Florida. Okay, but it is certainly a drastically different hotel experience than the Hampton Inn in Stuart,
which
Florida.
Is a nice hotel. I stay at Hampton Inn.
Yes, frequently. I have stayed at many Hampton Inns, and I actually have a Hilton Honors account that has a number of points on it from mostly staying at Hampton Inns. But the Green Valley Ranch is a superb Vegas property. If you have not been there yet, I strongly encourage you to take a look at what a great property it is and what you can do there. And it's a full casino, about 20 restaurants. We were there on Sunday and with one of my wife's cousins, and it's just a fabulous place, and probably one of the best pizza places that I know of is there.
Ooh.
And so it's called Pizza Rock. And Joe, I'll get you in here in just a second.
Visit me in New York. I'll get you.
Yep. And then I want to bring this up. First, step one is book your room. And then step two is this $49 gets you the Friday night welcome party, which is going to be fun. And we have lots of sponsors that are sponsoring different things at this party. Also, food, drinks, a variety of stuff there. The Saturday morning brunch. So we say a brunch because you may want to go out Saturday morning and fly your drone. Okay, which we will have some people doing that early Saturday morning. A lot of great places really close by the hotel that you can get a wonderful sunrise shot from. A valuable raffle ticket, the brunch, and then we'll have a few speakers, and then a very, very valuable raffle ticket. We currently have over $6,000 in drone equipment to give away. That's and we have we've been thrilled, and we may not know exactly everything that we're going to have to give away until that time, because there may be some new things that are out that we will be able to give away. Or since it is the beginning of November, it might be a good time for a drone company to announce a new product, at the beginning of November. So that may also be part of our situation here. And then after we have a afternoon of flying in a large park with a big, huge lake, multiple pavilions and bathrooms, and we believe that we will also have multiple food trucks that are showing up there, along with some sponsors' coupons to offset the cost of any of these food trucks. So we will have quite an event there, and then a event T-shirt. The official event T-shirt, everybody that registers will get a T-shirt, and we will collect sizes here coming up soon, and make sure that everybody, gets a shirt that's their size. And then on Sunday is going to be, first of all, we're leaving Saturday night open because it is in Las Vegas, and those of you visiting Las Vegas, some of you for the first time, I've heard multiple people are telling me that they're visiting Las Vegas for the first time in their life. And so there may be some things on Saturday night in Las Vegas that you might want to see. And it is just a place to see if you have not been here.
Just putting it mildly.
Billy Joel is there that night, I think. I'm not sure.
What's
Billy
that?
Joel. Billy
Joel,
Joel,
yes. Billy Joel and Sting are playing on Saturday night at the Allegiant Stadium, the stadium that the Raiders play at. And so Sunday is adventures. That's we are going to have multiple adventures. We're talking about maybe 10, maybe 12, maybe 6, I don't know, but we will have multiple adventures that you can take on your own or go with a guided group. And we will have multiple places within the Las Vegas Valley that you can go out and fly. The temperature at the first week of November is typically between 65 and 75. And we're very low wind at that time of the year, and it is really an ideal time to fly in Las Vegas. It is.
I was really looking forward to 110 degrees, man. I'm so disappointed.
Come to Commercial UAV Expo in September, and you might get it.
Yeah, you might get a couple of those. Yes, the Commercial UAV Expo is here. So if you're at all interested, it's a very simple website, vegasdronemeetup.com, and please jump in here and take a look. I'm going to bring in, let me stop this. And there is Joe America. Hi, Captain. How are you?
Hey, how y'all doing today?
Hey,
Just want
Joe.
to let you know, I know Vic might have made that comment to me about the not to be discouraged if I keep getting the same form letter all the time. I've been about every other day I send something else to all of them. And while y'all were talking a few minutes ago, I get a call from Senator Kennedy's office. So I just got one.
Nice.
Wow.
And I'm sitting there talking to him for about 10 minutes. Not him, one of the aides.
Right.
And I went over everything. I said, you got agriculture that uses these, law enforcement that uses these. And he said, well, it's sitting in a house. It hasn't passed the House yet. I said, no, it did go through the House.
And through the NDAA, yes.
That's what I told him. And he says, well, we're going to dig deep into that also. And I told him, I said, and then you got John Tester that is trying to rewrite it. And I went through that with him. So we talked for about 15 minutes on the phone about it. So at least they did finally call me. But like I said, I've got 4 form letters, one each day now, the exact same letter.
Yes.
Email to me.
It's amazing how we'll fill out a form letter and they'll ignore it, but they'll send us back only form letters. But you got a phone call. So you actually got a chance of getting someone's ear to try to give them some truth. Good for you.
With all the time being a squeaky wheel.
Yep. Well, remember also that the squeaky wheel gets the grease absolutely, but the nail that sticks up the highest gets hammered down the hardest. So you've got both sides of that coin.
You got to be careful too.
Yes.
You got to be diplomatic. That's really what you got.
100%.
Yeah. I strongly encourage everybody to follow Joe's advice.
100%.
Follow Joe's example here. I mean, we're not a huge majority of people, the drone enthusiasts of the world here, of the United States. We're a relatively small special interest group.
Roughly 1/3 of 1%.
Yes, and so we really need to activate everybody. I mean, if you have a drone sitting in the closet, you haven't flown in 2 years, now is the time to make a phone call to your Congress people, send a letter to your Congress people. Now is the time to get that drone out and fly it and enjoy it. But now is the time for everybody, whether you're an active drone flyer or just an interested party in drones. Now is the time to make that happen. We have to all make a mark here. We have to understand that we're here and we care and we vote.
Mm-hmm.
There's significantly more people that go out and do bird watching than fly drones. I've read that somewhere. And,
yes.
Nonetheless, we have to realize what they're doing has negative impact on American lives and businesses, and hopefully that will mean something to enough senators.
Yes, but what about the Hollywood group? What about that?
I talked with Kenji. Actually hooked up a bunch of, I want to say about 3 or 4 were on the call, and had emails to a bunch of the rest of them. They are some of the Hollywood drone guys, and it is guys. We need some more gals. But they were going to see what their studios could do, because it's the studios most of the time. Well, not most of the time. The studios a lot of time we use the big heavy lifters. They're not using that much Chinese gear, but you'll also see a lot of Chinese gear in some of the smaller short shots, some of the less high budget stuff. You see a lot of Inspire 2s or 3s at this point, that kind of stuff. And I haven't heard back from any of them. This is about 2 weeks ago, but so we do have some Hollywood drone folks talking to studios. We have at the DAA, we also have a agricultural specific campaign going on right now. They reached out to us and said, hey, can you do something for us? So at the DAA, and I am the director of the DAA, Drone Advocacy Alliance. We should let everybody know that. I keep saying we, it's the DAA. It says DSPA right there. But
scrolling at the bottom of the screen as we talk, okay?
Yeah. So reach out to us if you have any questions as well. If my email address is vic@dspalliance.org. But if you can't find my email address, you don't know how to use Google. I mean, I'm all over the place.
Yeah, very
sadly,
public.
sometimes.
I'm a very public person.
Yes, you are.
You're very welcome to reach me. My cell phone number is at the top of that Vegas Drone Meetup site. Okay, that's. I mean, there is nobody wants to be hiding here.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
And I want to let people know I've heard Vic actually online in the last week more than I have, and we've spoken personally. Vic is not doing this because this is his main source of income. Vic, like me, we're photographers, we're videographers.
Right.
This is something that he is spending his time because it's a fulfilling hobby and it's an active business.
Active business,
and
absolutely.
You know, those of you that think Vic is annoying, you have no idea how annoying things.
Just talk to my wife; she'll agree with you.
She'll confirm.
Vic is really helping both the hobbyists and the people that do this professionally, and I want to personally thank you for all the time you put in, because
thank you.
It's terrific. It really is, and
it helps me too. I mean, it's not completely altruistic. I mean, I have a business. I've got 8 drones back there. I've got a lot of drones I fly, including
How many
this morning,
farmers are dependent on DJI drones right now?
Most of them. Well, who use drones?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a very strong market for drones. Is the agricultural market. I mean, it's cutting down on a lot of other problems that they've had, and they can inspect 40 acres in, about 15, 20 minutes instead of, getting gasoline and a tractor and, and time and everything else to go out and look at what that field is looking like today.
We have ranchers here in eastern Colorado. East of here is all flat, and west of here is all mountains where I live.
Yeah.
And what we have is calving season, unfortunately, coincides with spring blizzard season. So a lot of times we'll have ranchers, not farmers, but ranchers run out and check their herds. Here at CU, so University of Colorado, they're working with RFID. Is that what it's called? And what they do is they'll have RFID chips in their cattle, and the drone can fly over and check to see how many cattle they have. And if there's a storm, they can run, okay, the cattle are over here in my North 40, so I don't have to drive around looking for them. I can I can pile a bunch of hay in the back of my 4x4 or my cat or whatever, and go rescue them that way. So it's definitely saving lives, saving cattle, saving time, saving money. And that's just the ranchers here in Colorado.
Yeah, and that's another minority segment of the drone market, but still an important part of the drone market. That beef costs a whole lot more.
Things rain down, unintended consequences.
Yep.
I would not go out of business without my drone. I didn't have drones, because drones are one of my cameras. This morning I flew drones, but the vast majority of the time I shot was all of my Nikon gear. So. Yeah. But then I'm gonna have to go back up in 172s and 182s, and I frickin' hate those things. They scare the crap out of me. I want to fly my drone. If my camera's in the air, I want my feet on the ground. So, but it would suck. A lot of people I know would. We'd lose lives, all that stuff. And I've said all this. I've heard all this. I'm not gonna jump back.
No, but it's true. I mean, and when I did get to give testimony to the Nevada legislature here, and my closing remarks with them was, as a professional drone pilot, I want to be able to use the best equipment, but as a senior citizen, if I get lost, I want the people trying to find me to have the best equipment, and so that's I mean, it's both ways, kind of thing.
Very true.
Very true. Yeah. So good. All right, guys. Well, we're reached the end of the hour here, and I'm going to wrap it up. But I appreciate you all, making this show a significant part here, and I hope the usually 120 to 140 people watch this after the fact. So that's the that's where our real audience is those people that want to watch this, later tonight or tomorrow or next week or next month. So I really appreciate all of you out there. I have, I want to again say thanks to Bud Bieber. John Flynn is out there. Warren is out there. Andrew, Time to Fly. Thanks for joining in here. We really appreciate all of you watching live. And hey, Brian Mack is out there. One of my indirect relatives. Mack was my wife's maiden name there. And we really, really appreciate everyone coming out and watching, taking your time to sit down and turn on YouTube and put us on. So, again, my appreciation. Captain Joe, I'm going to end with you. Go ahead and give us any comments or anything you'd like to say to close out. We'll start with you.
Just get out there and fly safe, do the right thing. Be an ambassador for this hobby, this business, whatever it's going to be.
Okay.
People watch you when you're out there. Do it right.
Good. Thank you. All right, Jeff.
14 years ago, I had an idea to start basically what is a bar crawl, but where we stop at homemade ice cream places. When I bought it's called the Long Island Ice Cream Tours. If you spell it out, it spells out licked, L-I-I-C-T. If you search for it, make sure you spell it that way. If you spell it a different way, you're going to get an entirely different website. But it became very drone friendly when I got my first drone at the end of 2015. And it's a fun day having ice cream, supporting local small businesses that are family owned that hire local kids.
Very good.
And it's drone friendly. And the first licked is this weekend. If you register today, you can come to Saturday's event, but there are 2 others on Long Island. So if you're in the area, I would love to meet you as a drone person. If you're not a drone person, the ice cream still tastes good.
That's right. Tom Dowling, who's from New York, who now lives a few miles up the street from me and is my co-coordinator on the meetup. He is currently in Long Island, so I'm guessing he's going to hear this and be there to lick some ice cream with you.
I hope so. By the way, if you're in Long Island, you're dead because you're buried. We are on Long Island.
Distinction.
All right.
I know from here and the people who are not. But yes, anyone who's around who hears this, please do come and join us. We do print up shirts for everyone, just like the Vegas drone meetup. So register for that or for one of the other 2 events. And thank you very much for having me on your show. And thank you all for watching this.
You got it, Jeff.
Thanks,
all right,
Jeff.
Vic.
Yes, sir. I can't really.
You got the floor.
I can't add on what Captain said. I mean, I love telling people. Every time I'm on a podcast, I try and say, fly safe, fly responsibly, and you are an ambassador. Every time you put that drone in the air, you are an ambassador. Whether it's capital A or little a, you're an ambassador. So treat people right when you're flying. Watch out for the folks who don't like drones. I've been pretty blessed in the fact that I've never had any trouble. Yeah, just fly safe and be happy. I mean, heck, we're, either it's a hobby or even if it's a business, we do this.
Yes.
Paid. I mean, gosh.
It's true. It's true. So thank you, everyone. I appreciate everyone jumping in here. We will be on again next week at the same time, and hopefully we will have some more information, and hopefully I'll have a big announcement next week concerning the drone meetup. I anticipate that a large announcement will be happening very shortly here that we have some great news to share with everyone. But we hope to see you all very soon, and thank you for taking your time. And I'm going to hit the log out here, the end the stream. Thank you all. We're